This is Straight Up Mortgage with Madi, and today we will be focusing on Section 4 of our Uniform Residential Loan Application. Section 4 is the employment information. So as you can see here, it says name and address of employer. If this is a W-2 employee, we would just put, let's use Comcast as an example. We'll just put the employer, Comcast, or whatever. Let's say if it was self-employed, we'll put the name of the business and then check here, self-employed. Now, something that I really do want you to start to think about is everything that you are seeing in the application replicates itself in the mortgage LOS system, in the actual computer system. So the more you understand the sections of the application, the more it'll help you as far as navigating a LOS system. I'll make a separate video on LOS systems, but just something that you should start to think about. Now, here we have dates from and to, so whenever it is that you started the job, the monthly income, position, the job's phone number. And again, if we don't have 2 years, like if you haven't been at that job for 2 years, then we have to ask for your previous employer. And you can see that's the same for the co-borrower. So as a processor, you do want to make sure that all of these things are filled in and that is correct. If the person is self-employed, you want to make sure that you have self-employed check. If you're working with a previous, because this is how it looks. This is because down here is really for previous. This is more for present. It's just kind of chopped off. So same difference. It's just you'll notice the monthly income isn't listed here. It's years on the job and years employed in this line of work. Now, because the borrowers normally fill this out, a lot of this will be pre-populated, but sometimes you have an incomplete application and you want to make sure you have a complete one. So let's say for me, if this isn't filled out and I see here that it says years on the job and it says like 4 years, I'll just put 4 years as how long they've been in the profession. If a borrower puts that they were in a profession for 50 years, that's great, whatever. I don't care. As long as there's a number in there, as long as there's a figure in there. Position, title, again, the business phone number. Now, sometimes it'll be like the borrower's office number that's put in there. What it should be is the number that is like the public number of the employer. So when you Google this company, the number that comes up is really what number should be listed here. And again, this is for the co-borrower, the borrower. When you're doing your verbal verification of employments towards the end of your loan and you're calling to confirm that your borrower is employed at said job, one of the things that you do ask is, when did he start working there? What is his position? And it's at that time where if he said he's like a tech person, but you call and they said he is a database, whatever, you'll put whatever it is that they tell you he is. We'll use that title, even if they're one and the same. It's not a big deal, but we try to keep things consistent. So again, when you have to go back and do previous, we kind of want to know what it is that they were making before this new job that they just started. So it's like, sometimes it'll make sense, like you're making $5,000 a month at your old job, now you're making $7,000. It's like, oh, okay. We just kind of want to get a feel. It's not going to make or break the loan, but we want to have everything filled in. And we also do a verification of employment, a written verification of employment, when it's less than 2 years. So like we'll send a form to the present job to be completed as well as the previous job to be completed. And they'll let us know what their title was, the dates that they worked there. They may put how much they made, and that sort of thing. So that way we just kind of have a general understanding of this borrower and their work history. And in a nutshell, this is section 4, the employment information. I think that you have a pretty good understanding as to what it is, how to fill it out, how to make sure, things align. And I would say my job here is done. So I will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.